Impressionism. The artistic movement of the 19th century in Europe was totally different in its nature and practice. Art became more and more individualistic. Impressionism was the beginning of a new form of art, which no more carried on the artistic ideology of their predecessors. Under the leadership of Monet, few French art students went out to the countryside to study the effect of light and shade. Impressionist style could be identified with the patches of brush strokes on the canvas with pure colors. The artists like Monet, Manet, Degas, and Renoir were the prominent painters of this group. There are many other followers of Monet, painted under the influence of Impressionism. Pissarro, Sisley, Corot, and Millet left impressions of the work in this style. The theories and techniques of Impressionism were criticized and adopted by many painters in the later period. Seurat, Cézanne, Van Gogh, and Gauguin were labeled by art historians as post-impressionist painters. These painters were followed by many young painters who were equally impressed with those masters but preferred to develop their own styles of painting and ideas. The painters like Munch, Redon, Toula-Lautrec, and Henri Rousseau pursued their individual styles with the inspirations from the Impressionist and Post-Impressionist. Camille Corot. He was one of the members of the group of art students who went to Barbizon countryside to paint landscapes and was one of the members of Impressionist group. He mainly painted landscapes, preferably on the spot like other Impressionist painters. The painting is a riverside scene with very bright light falling all over the space. The freshness of the colors is a particular characteristic of Corot's paintings. His use of oil colors indicates his experience in handling English watercolor style. Camille Pissarro. His creation, Potato Harvest. Pissarro accompanied his classmates to the countryside for outdoor painting. He was impressed by Monet's style and used the technique of Impressionism. He did not use the full color range of the Impressionist but restricted himself in strokes of full-loaded brush. The Potato Harvest is one of his landscapes in the same style which was painted in the later period when he could adopt the Impressionist method of using pure colors. The whole composition is rendered in terms of color patches to build the robust forms on a flat space in the foreground while the background shows some suggestion of hills. Jean-Francois Millet is one of the masterpieces, The Gleaners. Millet was a realist painter and follower of Courbet. After he met the Impressionist painters, he found the techniques of the Impressionism suitable for his works. His subjects were mainly of peasants' life. The Gleaners is a painting in which he wanted to show the hard life of the rural woman in the field. The drawings of the figures are simplified and emphasis is on the forms of the plastic masses. The rendering of his colors is very different from the Impressionist, but use of natural light is supposed to be done under the influence of Impressionist theory. Alfred Sisley. His beautiful landscape, The Bridge at Morat. Like his Impressionist friends, Sisley loved to paint landscape, painting on the spot. This painting is an outdoor study to capture the play of light on objects of different hues. The artist used a palette of pure colors and without mixing these colors on the palette, he laid thick colors directly on the canvas. The shadow part of the bridge shows reflection of colors which are typically an Impressionist style. Though the strokes are not as large as that of Monet, but Sisley could create a kind of natural atmosphere in the landscape. Georges-Pierre Seurat. His one of the masterpieces, A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. Seurat was inspired by the Impressionist technique of brushing, but turned the patch stroke to small dots on the canvas. His style is known as pointillism. This painting is painted with dots of different colors: blue, red, yellow, and green. He wanted to create an optical unity with these dots. The human figures are simplified into tube-like forms and vertically of these figures, and trees are balanced by horizontal sunlight on the space. It took almost 7 years to finish the painting. He is also known as a post-impressionist painter. Paul Gauguin. His masterpiece is Yellow Christ. Gauguin is a major figure of the four post-impressionist painters, a sharebroker turned into a painter under the influence of his impressionist friends. Gauguin was disgusted and tired of the city life and escaped to Polynesian island to start a new life. Most of his famous works were painted in the different island of Pacific South Seas. Yellow Christ is his masterpiece, which is painted in a symbolic synthetic style. He used colors for its symbolic values. So the body color of Jesus is yellow, as he sacrificed his blood for humanity. And all the trees are drenched with his blood and turned into red. Edvard Munch. His masterpiece is Scream. He was born in Norway but studied art in Paris. He was influenced by post-impressionist painters Seurat, Gauguin and Van Gogh. The Scream is the most famous painting by Munch. The design is primarily in terms of line, even though the painting was executed in oils which swirl over the canvas in a manner suggesting Van Gogh's turbulent color. The distorted figure and grotesque head express the frightened girl's experience of the horror of First World War. Adelon Redon. His masterpiece is Ophelia Among the Flowers. Redon was an admirer of Gauguin. The influence of Gauguin, Adelon Redon. His masterpiece is Ophelia Among the Flowers. Redon was an admirer of Gauguin. The influence of Gauguin was very clear in his paintings. Most of his works had the roots in his dream, which is sometimes described as spiritualistic naturalism. Ophelia Among the Flowers is a composition in oils which he created after he had expanded his interest in mediums beyond lithography. The dominant note in this painting is shimmering, brilliant and rainbow colors in which forms are suggested rather represented. The bouquet of flowers takes the prominent part in the painting. Toulon-Lautrec. His masterpiece is at the Cirque Fernando. In spite of his physical deformity, Lautrec presented the works of art of high quality. His most important contribution was making of posters for the first time. He was influenced by Impressionist painter Degas. The painting at the Cirque Fernando is strongly reminiscent of Degas' unorthodox angle of vision. The diagonal curve on the right side of the composition is occupied with the massive structure of the racing horse. Two vertical forms of the master of the horse are balancing the whole composition. The picture is more than a description of a visual facts. It is a psychological entity. Henri Rousson. His masterpiece is Sleeping Gypsy. Henri Rousson was one of those artists who didn't go through any academic training. He had an intuitive sense of design. His style was an individual one, without any influence from any contemporary artist. The Sleeping Gypsy has a simple theme. The gypsy lies asleep, dressed in a stripped robe, with a mandolin and vase near his head, the deep blue sky in the background, with an uncanny landscape. A lion stands by the side of the gypsy. Modeling of the figures are very simple, but suggest some space. The focus of the whole composition is the bright stripes of the robe with red, pink, yellow, blue and green.